That pick on stage,
Wow.
still lurking. Paranoia's going to come out. It's going to get picked off.
2 versus 2.
I was just looking for a gun.
But it seems
The
like that
timing.
outlaw wasn't loaded.
Last player standing.
Asher, though, still with a stinger in hand. They have to make this 1v2 work out. Knowing at least one is through CT.
Such a tricky situation for Kaz. He doesn't want to plant and play that 1 versus 2 retake.
Ooh, getting Kaz really low. Might be able to reload and get the pick, but no. Kaz able to get the better of that one, and we have a tied game after round 16.
That did take away a lot of guns from the Utes, damaging their economy a little bit. Ultimates are also online for Boise State. Astral Divide, a huge one, can often just give you the A site for free.
That along with Dimensional Drift.
Yeah, that's kind of just a free round in my head, but
Yeah.
we'll see exactly how it plays out. And it's an important round because it means the Broncos will be able to buy for another one.
Yeah, another thing is that they might just be farming for some ult points. As we saw Daimyo 1 point off of his ult as well.
It would be nice. Every ult you can get is appreciated.
They're just gonna go. There's Cosmic Divide and Dimensional Drift, both getting popped and both probably gonna be used as much as they can. Pig's trying to go out. They know there's at least one heaven. Not gonna push that one. Quite very smart out of Skies.
Yeah, he was noted by that dart. Skelesis just planting the bomb default, playing for that Hunter's Fury as their win condition.
Superman, no, though, with a flank. But we do
Kaz
have one
and
watching.
Superman on the flank.
Good pick out of Kaz, and that one's going to be able to secure that. Now you just have to fight the Heaven players on the 1 CT. But Aston with a 2 pick.
Now the Broncos no longer have that win condition I was talking about earlier.
There's one.
And the Broncos unable to secure the post plant there. I feel like the way that round was intended to play out, the idea was throw out Astral Divide.
Yep.
Dimensional Drift, let's clear sight.
Yep.
Skelesis, grab the ult orb, plant the bomb, let's play for Hunter's Fury. And the round was playing out that way until a little bit of help was needed on site. Skelesis swung trying to get the trade, and then they no longer had that Hunter's Fury to win the round. And I think that's where it really went wrong, was Skelesis trying to take that fight.
Yeah, I liked the initial idea of popping both ults and getting that site really quickly. Like you were saying, it's a free site in our heads, but it just wasn't quite executed. They got the site, they got the plant, but then post-plant was where they lacked.
Yeah, a bit of a betrayal of the fundamentals of the game. You always want to try and trade your teammates, except when you're playing Hunter's Fury and lineups to try and post-plant the bomb, which is kind of a weird asterisk to put there, but...
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, they could have absolutely waited that one out. They already got the flank player with Superman, so they just had to play sight, try to play conservative.
Yeah, but sometimes things go not as planned, and what really matters is if the Broncos are able to bounce back from that, and with the timeout being called, that gives the perfect opportunity for them to do that. Sheer
Really
on a
does.
very light buy.
Try to see what Coach K can talk to them and see what they can figure out here going into round 18. Boise State looking to tie this up, keep this game close.
Out comes the Blade Storm from the Utes. And Daimyo is already teleporting into Vent. He gets picked by Onstage, unable to get his gun out in time.
There's a pick and a gun.
Good trade.
D11 getting tagged by Kaz. Has to wait this one out. Is going to get tagged by that dart. Has to watch out for Superman with the knives in the mid. Oh, he's really getting pinched here, and Sky's not able to win that fight with Onstage.
Spike down A.
Kaz in such a rough situation. Everyone knows where he is. All he has is a Sheriff on this close angle. They can just walk him down. Superman with the jumping right click out of the Blade Storm, able to just take Kaz out with a single knife hitting his body. The Broncos are now once again on a rifle round.
You gotta look at that economy though. Utah, they're so rich.
They've stacked up so many rounds. It's gonna be a hard comeback. Boise State needs to play flawlessly from now on. They only have really 2 more tries at rounds with rifles if they lose.
They need to get this round and the next to at least force Utah to be at some sort of half bye or weak round with their economy. Superman pushed up really quick here. You see him on that left side. Look for a pick towards Heaven. Is actually going to get picked up by Kaz instead. Heaven gets smoked. And also PS able to get a pick onto Skies.
Master walking into that crossfire, a bit unfortunate. Kaz FPS is holding down the back sight. He's on for the ace, and he finds it, playing the new angle on the update. And it's a bit of a tricky one. Such good awareness, though, from our Kaz, able to find that opening pick. It really did just come down to not being able to clear Kaz FPS out of that angle.
Yeah, and the one thing that kind of slowed us down there was I liked the play out of Skies. He dashed onto site to try to take it early, but he got hit by that chamber slow, and it forced him to get picked off.
Yeah, I think something that maybe went wrong was the lack of Molotov on Boise State makes that angle a lot stronger than it's intended to be. Convergent paths coming out as it's going to be a fast execute.
Hunter's Fury as well. Ooh, great picks because with the recon dart and information, just spraying down to Heaven is going to be able to get you D11. Now looking for the plant. Daimyo with another pick onto Aston. That's plenty of guns down for pickup post-plant. Now you just have to play off the Kaz FPS. Not able to get that pick. But it's a 1v3 situation, and you know where he is. Sky's doing a great job to secure that one. Boise State looking to get the up and up.
And that round spelled a completely different story. Boise State just winning every single 1v1, walking in, clicking heads. Sometimes that's what you need. Just, hey, we don't care about the plan. 5-man death ball. Let's just kill them. We're better.
Just go. Plain and simple. Go to site. Get some kills. Plant the bomb. Win the round.
And that really shows just how long the team's been together, because being able to just trust that the utility is going to land and everybody's going to be covering your back there. And now, grabbing the orb, trying to get master of that dimensional drift. He teleports away. Thief in the night. And dimensional drift is coming out. Skelesis now has to make the voyage onto B site all on his own.
Picked out. Steel Garden is going to be forced. Now you have to play this out with your flashes. Not able to do it quick enough. Aston getting the pick onto Master. Just having to wait out this Steel Garden for their guns. Ooh, good pick onto one.
And Daimyo teleporting in, taking that space before Utes can take it, and Skies gets chipped down on the jump from danger. Daimyo flanking up, killing Superman. But does he know about the Heaven player?
Yeah, he does now.
He does, finding an easy kill.
I like the awareness here, knowing that they might have a flank.
And he is just so ready. Window being watched.
Ooh, not quite able to get that one.
And it's all down to Skies and Skelesis. Looking for any sort of fight on stage, walking up, but he's narrowly missed. And D1,
There's a pick.
D11 is picked, and on stage finds the kill on that cheeky timing, able to walk up. It's now going to spell a 9-12. Boise State needing to win every round from here on out, take Abyss their way. And the economy is telling them that that might be a bit of a challenge.
It might be, because right now they're trying to fight for overtime. Utah on match point, trying to continue their Abyss streak against Boise State.
So far, Boise State's strategies, they seem good. They're working. It's just the execution sometimes isn't to the full, I guess, guess, exact
capacity.
yeah, full capacity.
Yeah.
Like we're 90% of the way, but slipping up just a little bit, the Utes seem to just be able to punish all of those mistakes so unforgivingly. I mean, we saw that. I think what highlighted that was the ace, because in Valorant, you really are never going to get an ace if the game is being played like perfectly, because I mean, it just makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like you're trading, some guy should not be able to get 5. So it shows that something went wrong in the mechanicals, like there.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the other thing is like it's showing why Utah has such a high defensive win record or percentage, because they're playing like this. They play such a tight knit defense. They get a flank going, and they try to make sure that their post plant is to perfection.
Yes, every single round they have some sort of trap set. Is kind of what we're seeing, and the Broncos are falling for it every now and again, and it's making the round so difficult. Superman with the off, but he gets noted.
Real quick with that one.
And that drone makes him dash away. Aston all alone, but unable to get taken down because of that wall. Saturate coming down, and Daimyo gets a free pick off of that Saturate, allowing Boise State to take the site, get the plant. And they're just choosing exactly where it is that they want to plant. Looks like it's going to be for danger. Owl Drone has come out from the Utes, and they're running out of utility on this retake. All they really have is the recon dart cycling up, and they need to go in soon.
Gotta watch this close. They heard the TP, I'm sure, on stage. Now pushing up, getting a pick onto 1, getting a pick onto 2, actually getting 3! Now all he has to do is play the plant. Skies, though, with another pick. 2v1 situation.
Last player standing.
And on stage, baiting them with the smoke. Both one shot. Who can land the chest shot?
It's gonna be Master!
Keeping the Broncos in the race for a 10-12 matchup.
Gonna fall back here.
As close as that was, I mean, I've got to
Last
say
player
that
standing.
is what the Broncos needed. Able to get that 10th round for them, putting themselves one step closer towards that overtime.
And what Onstage did there was very smart. Popping down that smoke, tapping the bomb, and immediately just playing 90 degrees to the right. You have to go check it out, but it's such a good trap. Like I was saying, they keep setting those. Out comes another fast push onto B site. It seems to be the easier one for the Broncos. Astra placing down the stars. Kaz ready. Who can cuss that back site? That was such an issue earlier. Skies dashing in with the convergent paths, able to find the second kill of the round on stage. Trading back Master, forcing Skies out.
And it situation.
It is now a 4-3 situation.
Hop through heaven could be dangerous, but if they keep playing sight like they do, could be an opportunity. Going through the smoke here, on stage, low on health. You hear one jump down. It's enough information for them to know someone's close.
But Skelesis was playing in that smoke the entire time, and he's able to find on stage, making this round all the harder for Utah. Drops out on Kaz. Bit of a running gun action going on there, but Kaz is able to find the luckier gun.
Little game of peekaboo there.
Yeah, that was a little scary.
Yeah, you're just thinking, where could this last person be? Where could Aston be? Instead, it's going to be right in your face, and all you have to do is just spray and pray.
And look at the position of Daimyo during that whole situation. If Kaz died there, that kind of was the round. So it's weird that the round came down to 2 dudes running back and forth trying to see who can get the lucky headshot.
Well, regardless, Boise State, they're going to take that one round away from overtime. This is what they've been fighting for. You can see Superman already pushing up quick, that left side where he has been before.
It's such a gamble, because if the Broncos know, and that they do, he could be a free kill. Skelis is swinging. Skies. Nice pick. The Broncos are resetting chip damage in the favor of the Utes, just barely. The Broncos make it out as 4, walking to take that mid space as they see where the Vise is. Kaz clearing every angle, knowing that this team loves to play split, loves to take those flanks. It seems like the Broncos are going to go and re-hit here.
I was almost thinking we might be able to see our first rotate here out of Boise State, but no, I saw Skelesis still with the bomb, holding down Heaven, and Daimyo now with the pick
Such
through
an important kill.
CT. This could be dangerous. 2 left on site. All they need is these 2 picks, and sight is theirs. And there's 1. Looking for on stage now, in the smoke.
Enemy remaining.
Going to be able to get him, and that should be a
30
free
seconds
sight for them. It's just going to be a 4v1 situation.
A Herculean task here. 4 versus 1, very difficult, with no utility either because he's playing chamber.
Yep, all he has is his guns in his hand. He's got to be better with his shots here. Cause
He is not.
is going to fall.
Finding the 3rd kill of the round, sending us into our first overtime round of the game.
Overtime.
This is what 3 hours of VOD review gets you.
It gets you to overtime. That's 6 more rounds that they were able to find because of those 3 hours of VOD review.
All they have to do is get 2
Be right
more.
back.
Going back to the defending half, or defending side, where they were stronger at the start of this game. So if they can get this initial round and then play that offensive game that they found in the second half, they could be able to swing away with this game.
Yeah, the Broncos, it's been a while since they're on defense, though, which is something that you don't really think about. You kind of forget some of the patterns that you were recognizing. So let's just see how Boise State approaches this. It seems like it's the same 2-1-2 split from them, as Utah tries to take this mid space, leaving Skies all on his own, trying to defend it.
Being good to just dodge both of those thorns and not make any noise. Still unknown. Kaz, though, getting a quick pick, dodging the paranoia. Just spraying down this corner. They know they're there. Low bullets. Able to get 1. Not quite able to get 2 on stage. Able to trade out there. 3v3. Has to watch out for that one. Flash coming in a little too late, and now that should be sight for Utah here on B.
And we've seen this almost exact situation before. Skelesis and Daimyo on the retake. He's calling for a smoke so he can walk up on the flank without being seen. And it's working. Utah doesn't expect Skelesis at all. Oh. And he misses it! Oh no! The disrespect!
Switching sides.
Now the Broncos have to win this round just to stay in.
He had the timing. He had at least 1 pick, and then he would swing because he knew where the other one was. That could have been the round. And then you have Daimyo pushing out of either Link or Heaven.
But that is exactly what I was talking about. The plan, so perfect. He hears the trademark through the wall, calls for a smoke. The execution, however, just is a little bit off.
Looking like another strong hit onto B site. Some flashes go out, recon dart to try to get information. Nobody towards backside to where they thought they would be. I was able to get a pick onto 1, but that's still sight for Boise State.
Skelesis planting that bomb, building towards that Hunter's Fury. And the Utah Utes are going to play this retake, but they're waiting to see what Superman can get up to.
Daimyo might be able to catch his flank.
He's unable to find the kill.
Kaz will able to get that pick. 3v3 situation here, 2 on site. Kaz now just playing back. Get out of him to use his smokes to defend his teammates here. Skelesis just spraying, able to get picked up by Aston.
This guy's playing in that smoke, but he's unable to find it. Out comes the
but
gravitational well.
Do they have time? Yes. And that is going to be Utah. 14-12 in game 1.
Yeah, they were unfortunately able to get that half. Kaz was not able to clutch the round with the gravitational well there.
So close.
A lot of just rounds being kind of botched is how I would put it. And I think just a little break and then coming back into the map would definitely help them, and that's exactly what they get.
Yeah, this is unfortunate situation here. I mean, you don't really want to be dropping your first round match, but now you have to win out these next two on Bind and Corrode back to back.
Notably, that Abyss pick, it was the Utes pick. So we're expecting to see a stronger performance from the Broncos coming into the next map.
Absolutely, but until then, we kind of got to keep thinking to ourselves, what's going to happen next?
Yeah, and what we've seen from Bind is we pick the Viper, we put her in the bag, and then we win the game because Viper's super strong right now. And I don't know, but we're going to see just exactly how it goes, but I'm expecting the same comp that we've been seeing, which of course on Bind is the Viper Tejo Raze kind of comp.
Yeah, along with that Brimstone for smokes.
Yeah, along with Brimstone for smokes, of course.
Double controller comp. It will be, like you said, it's very kind of orthodox for Bind. It's what you usually see. So I'm curious to see how that'll be played out for Boise State. They have a better record onto that one, and I think a better grasp on how they're going to be playing Utah for that one.
Yeah, they definitely have a better track record on Bind. Abyss, too, is known to be a strong map. And also, I mean, we'll see Corrode now because, or we might.
Yeah. As long as Boise State can win out Bind, then we're guaranteed to see Corrode. But for now, we do have to wait to see if that'll happen. We are going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We will be back with Game 2 of this Best of 3 series, Boise State versus the University of Utah. We will see you guys after a little bit.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. It's finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great. Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
It's the end of a good day's work in Idaho. Time to punch out. Time to check in and catch up. Time to remind ourselves that what we work for isn't a paycheck. It's to make the good things we have even better. So here's to your good day's work. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe money is a thing. It's not everything.
Hey, oh my.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
Let me show you what I got.
With the Dairy West Fueling Station, we really wanted to create a place that our players could come and be fueled and hydrated in a healthy way, fuel their minds, fuel their bodies so they can compete at the highest level. Dairy West has really allowed us to do that, and we're excited to see what this space turns into. This is only phase 1. There's many iterations to come. It's truly unique in college esports, and we're excited to see how that continues to evolve. We're really thankful for Dairy West's support and look forward to continue working with them.
Let me show you what I got.
Welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena, where we just got done watching Game 1 of the Boise State Broncos against the University of Utah Utes here in the Valorant PEC. Now, Nathaniel, I gotta ask, that's the first game that Boise State has dropped in the PEC. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, the first game Boise State has lost in Valorant, or like PEC, like this season, which is kind of crazy. I think this is going to end up being a bit of a must-watch series. Because it also went into overtime, in case you missed it. 12-14, the way of the Utes. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what's going on next.
Honestly, me too. I mean, we have Bind up next for Map 2, Boise State needing to fight to stay alive here. And we were kind of talking about it before we broke off. We were having our ideas of like what the standard comps are going to be. We're going to be seeing probably a Viper, Brim, Raze, and... blanking on who else we talked about.
It was a Tejo and a Yoru, I believe.
That's what it was, a Tejo and a Yoru. That's kind of the comp that we're thinking will come out of Boise State. Who knows? But going into this, I'm curious to see how they're going to play this out to try to counteract Utah here, to try to get this Map 2 win.
Yeah, I think one thing is just Utah seems to be really good at defense, which is something we were talking about.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot.
And Bind is a defense-sided map, is like it's the defense-sided map. You have to wait for them to use the defenders, pretty much all of their utility, before you can even try to walk on. So it's a bit of a scary sight to see, especially when you're down a map already. You know, it's as a Boise State fan, it's scary, I suppose.
Well, I would think it's less scary because this is Boise State's map pick. So we got to think that they have some sort of confidence and plan going into this map, especially after they knew Abyss got picked for the first map. So they're thinking to themselves, okay, Utah chose Abyss because they won on that map a couple days ago in our Division 1 match. Now we're going into map 2. Let's see if we can figure this out. But before we do get into anything, we do want to say thank you to our sponsors, ICCU. Thanks to ICCU for the continued support of Boise State Esports. Thanks to ICCU, Boise State Esports has won multiple national championships and piled up more than 1,500 wins. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Visit ICCU.com.
Yeah, that was a good point, is that this is, you know, our map pick, which kind of gives you a bit more reassurance. And if you've been paying attention to the PEC, kind of every game or series ends up going to a bind map, and Boise State wins them like 13-6. Yeah. So those are, you know, that's like reassuring statistic, I suppose.
Yeah, for sure. I think that there's a lot of things that can go right for BSU here. It's their map pick. They know what they can do, and I think with the comp that we were talking about before, I mean, we've talked about it a lot of times. I think they can have a good idea of what they're going to do. The Viper Wall being super useful. Yoru, again, being seen here, back-to-back maps. We're probably going to see that Dimensional Drift become super handy for taking sites on offense, and I think just there's a lot of opportunities here.
Yeah, I think something else is Boise State, like, we now have a lot of people that play controller. We used to be in, like, a bit of a drought last semester. It was rough to see. Like, it would be, like, one person's, like, assigned to play controller today. But now it's more of we get double controller games, and that's what we've been practicing. And the new patch, it made it so double controller is the comp to play. So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, I think double controller can be really kind of dangerous here, especially as we look towards our rankings. Us and Ohio State are those 4-0 teams at the top of Week 5. Utah and Michigan State battling it out in the 3rd, 4th spot with 3-1 records, and below them is Kansas 2-3. We played them last week and gave them their 3rd loss, and below them we have Minnesota 1-3, and then a 3-way slugfest against Baylor, Nebraska, and Syracuse. 1-4 records. Kind of curious to see how this is all going to pan out after this week. You can see that 2nd and 3rd place, Boise State versus Utah. This is how close this game is. And you can see how well both of these teams are doing in the PEC.
Yeah, and this map, like this game, is going to decide if Boise State keeps that perfect record.
Yeah, absolutely. But we do also want to talk about Boise State Extended Studies. Get your degree on a schedule that works for you. Boise State Extended Studies offers a variety of fully online courses and degrees to help you get your degree on your schedule. Visit boisestate.edu/extended studies for more details.
Something else that is fully online, of course, is the game of Valorant, which is what we're talking about. So like we've been saying, Bind. Something that I see that happens a lot is Master, like, runs to shower on Bind and then just kills the guy there. That's a very common occurrence, so maybe we're going to see a lot of that again. We also tend to see the Outlaw get picked up a lot and Ops get picked up a lot.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and then just kill some guy on these super long angles. So.
Yeah, I can see that because especially with... I believe it's A site with Heaven being able to watch through mid, and then B site long is super deadly with those snipers.
Yes, just absolutely able to terrorize a lot of the angles here on this map.
And we are very close to getting into this game. I am actually really antsy to see this one because now that Boise State is now down a map, I'm curious to see how they're going to come back. We want to, as non-biased casters, obviously.
Yes.
We want to see Boise State win and go to Game 3. We want to see that Corrode game the best we can.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see Corrode because you don't get to see it very often. And Corrode, from what I know, is another Viper like map, and I just like seeing Viper.
True.
People may know this by now. It's my favorite character to see in the game.
No, Viper's definitely a fun character, and from the times that I've played Corrode, it is very interesting to enter site. That mid game is very sniper heavy, just like Bind, and you can really get some good off angles with that, but it can also be smoked off really easy. You can get a lot of pushes through mid towards either site, and I think that there's a lot of opportunities for both offense and defense to kind of hold sites and create opportunities. But we have to get there when we get there. We got to get through this we got to get through this map of Bind.
And another thing that you can do on Bind is you throw the Viper ball through the teleporter. It comes out shower, right? And then we play snipers a lot, so you can just hold the wall with your sniper. Yeah, there it is. The exact comp that we listed off.
5 or 5. It looks like I'm going to buy a lottery ticket because I'm that lucky. No, we did our research. We know what we're expecting here out of the Boise State Broncos. We know what they can do on this stage. And on the other side of things, looks like we're going to see another double controller out of them as well on stage. And Aston looking to go double controller there. Twitch, Cause, FPS back on the chamber. Sky and Raze coming out. Superman switching out from a Jet to a Raze.
Yeah, trying to play Jet on this map is always just a bit difficult because I mean, there's just not very many good spots to dash once you get into sight. So the raise just makes more sense a lot of the time. Interesting pick, of course, is the Sky. She used to be, you just kind of always default pick her on bind because you can flash those long angles and get early information. But then they made it so she didn't have refreshable utility, and everybody was like, why would I ever play Sky?
Yeah.
But the new patch, they nerfed refreshable utility. So now Taeho and Sky are back, and we're seeing them predominantly on this map. Bit of a wheel, like their wheelhouse.
Yeah. And I think that personally playing against Sky, she's still a really strong character in the game. She can definitely be useful with her flashes and whatnot if used correctly. Her dog's still able to do a lot of damage that can kind of set a player back. And just all around utility gets a lot of information for the team.
And something about Sky is if you time the flash perfectly, she has the fastest flash in the game. And a flash is what Utah was missing when playing against that operator. So having one is going to make it a bit easier for them to play the attacking side, probably.
Yep, and as we do look at this, Utah is going to be on that defensive side, the one that we think is their more prominent and preferred side, but that was for Abyss. We will see what happens here on Bind. Boise State has a record of playing really well on offense.
Yeah, and the Broncos are already just walking up, ready to take this B site, having to walk through this Viper Orb, taking a bit of chip damage from it. Aster coming out. But Aston's able to take out Kaz, not having that Viper, gets rid of a lot of the threat. Sky is satcheling in, right on top, right click. Daimyo burns him with the Incendiary.
Player standing.
And Superman is just holding down the back of sight with his Sheriff. Daimyo needs to hit the headshot. He's just not able to find it. Superman with 3 to anchor that site. Having Utah leading. Notably, Aston is opting for a Vandal with Light Shield, which tends to be a bit of a risky move because if that Vandal gets into the hands of the Broncos, that can easily flip the entire round on its head.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We saw the same thing in Game 1, Round 2. Utah got the win, and Aston, he bought the same loadout. He bought that Vandal and Light Shield. He was really confident in his gunplay, and he's hoping to get some picks out early here.
Yeah, trying to farm up that ult early because the Viper Pit is a very important, I would say, a round-winning ult. If you just have it, Skies with a nice right click, not trusting Doc's keys to the game.
See the Taeho drone come out so they know at least one more is on site. Aston able to get 2, 3 with that Vandal.
And that is very rough for the Broncos, stopping their push in its tracks. The Utes want to give all the kills to Aston right now so they can farm up that Viper's Pit. The question is, will they be able to get those kills on him? Skies walking up, avoiding the Trailblazer, but their location is noted, and D11 is baiting. Finding that information, the ult orb, Skies is able to get it. That's very big for Boise State.
Might just opt to take the TP here, but you can see Utah, they're holding that on the other end as well. Utah able to get 1, able to get 2, and Utah getting 2 rounds, reminiscent of Game 1, but if it's also going to be reminiscent, then Boise State are going to be looking to get this 3rd round.
Yes, if this is, we're listening to the same exact playbook as last time, Boise State will win this round. And they have the economy on their side to thank. Skelis is opting to get a Bulldog and Heavy Shield instead of Light Shield Vandal. Might be that he can't afford it. I'm trying to do the math in my head. I think he's off
broke
by a little bit.
But for full shields for the full team, I don't think that's a bad decision at all. Bulldog can just as well get those kills on a full shielded enemy. And just like that, Skies is going to be able to get a pick onto on stage.
And as that wall falls, he notes the location of Kaz seeing his foot.
Ooh. Cause because.
Able to find that kill to the side of Boise State, clearing out lamps.
Good pick by Master.
Nice pick.
All that's left. Viper for the side of Utah State. And they know their flank, and Cause is going to be able to get Aston. Just like that, Boise State are going to get the third round, just like we talked about. Looking to get the next one after that. They are able to save a lot of money there, get full guns and shields for the most part, and go on with this. But Utah, I think they saved quite a bit of money after that to be able to even this out and have a full rifle round here in round 4.
Yeah, rifle round for both teams here, but Boise State has a little bit more ult charge, which is always something nice to see if you're the Broncos. And they're looking to take space here on A, playing a bit of a faster push than they have in the past. Skies getting immediately taken off the angle by the paint shells. Superman is tucking close right into that corner. The constant cycling of smokes makes it so difficult for the Broncos to take any of this space. They're just shooting, trying to bait out more utility, trying to bait out a free kill. And it's just not coming into their hands.
It isn't. These one-way smokes, especially out of Brimstone, are going to be dangerous to play against. But now as that goes down, this could be their opportunity to take sight. They have to make at least one good push. Paint shells and Tejo drone are going to come out. Going to get destroyed. Satchel's coming out. They see one. Kind of spraying to see if they can get Superman out of that one. Daimyo's going to be able to get one. Trades come out. Cause v. Cause once again goes in the way of Boise State. Molly goes down. Able to force Utah State out of it. And now a 4v2 situation. Boise State looking to get this plant down.
30 seconds left.
The Viper snake bite stopping the plant from going through. That's going to stall for quite a bit. Aston looking for a kill, but Skelesis takes him out. And Daimyo lands the finishing blow. This is going to leave the Utes in poverty going into the next round.
Since they forced their buys that last round with a bunch of rifles, now they're forced to what looks to be 3 sheriffs, a couple of shields, and a Bucky out of Superman.
And if the Broncos play this right, they could end the round with a Viper's Pit, Orbital Strike, and Showstopper on their side coming in. Beautiful shots from Skelesis, the man of the day today, as we've been saying.
Absolutely, he is the man to watch here. I already see him pushing up as that initiator. Sky's going down.
Taken out by the Headhunter. Bit of an upset of firearms. And I don't know if you heard it, but I believe Daimyo just threw that gun off the map so the Utes cannot retrieve it.
Oh. Which, props to them, but Flash comes out. D11 trying to get information. Slow push here out of Boise State. They're still trying to figure out how they want to approach this. You still have 2 on the side of Utah on A site waiting to see what can happen.
Out come the smokes and the salvos. Incendiary as well. It's looking like we're trying to hit the site fast here. Boise State running in.
There's a pick.
And the kills are just going the way of Boise State. D11 as well taken out. Just ran in. Headshots have been hit. And the Broncos are set up for a nice post plant.
Daimyo holding elbow. Might be able to get a pick onto one, at least 1 or 2. Drone goes out. They know that at least 1. Potentially both are there. Oz just playing the safe route, watching their flank. But for right now, all they have to do is just play this time.
Skelesis doesn't exactly have much support on site. It's going to be a bit difficult. But as Cause comes in, that high-low is so unstoppable.
Great play out of Skelesis there. Able to get the 4K on the round.
And charging up the Annihilation. Just the Brimstone ult, the Orbital Strike, or just the Tail ult alone are enough to swing around in favor. If you combine both, you can easily just kill everybody on site because there's nowhere to stand on bind. So we might see some sort of disgusting gameplay here. I mean, we've already seen just nasty shots from Skelesis. But I'm talking about utility usage as well. I hear them saying, if they smoke, I'm going to ult.
Quick blind coming out of TP. And Utah might go through this, actually. Both are going to go through TP, and one's going to get picked off.
Skelos is
D11
popping
still
the
there.
Annihilation.
Sending out Seekers is going to force a couple players out.
Spike down A.
Great pick out of Daimyo. We're going to get another here. Still have to get Spike back. Superman is going to run away from this, actually, and not hold.
Right here. See State one off of the Viper's pit, have the orbital strike. They could easily get the plant off and still win this round. The Utes are deciding that it's best to split up and make sure that all of the map is covered. Boise State walking up, looking, checking every angle. But if they miss just one, that could spell disaster. Daimyo making sure everything is clear.
One enemy remaining.
And
Cause finds Cause FPS,
30
able to
seconds
take
left.
him down. And they're just searching around, looking for the final player.
plenty of time to get smokes down and a plant off. Superman going with a quick flank through main.
And this plant is absolutely disgusting. If he taps the defuse, he has to look at two angles almost 180 degrees apart from each other. Superman is left with a task that really only a superhero could complete. Incendiary in hand. Daimyo's ready to stall this.
He's ready to pop the orbital strike as well to try to get this secured.
Don't want to risk getting shot by the showstopper. Orbital strike comes out, and that's the round right there. Incendiary as well.
Plenty of
There's
time
nothing.
wasted. TP used. He got out of there. And Boise State are going to get a fourth round. Very, very reminiscent of the last game.
Except
now,
that was when Boise State was on defense, which we said was the better side.
It was. So if Boise State can continue this streak here and deny Utah their favored side, they can go into defense with a lot of mobility and momentum here. They can try to win this one right out and go into map 3.
On stage is looking for a little bit of a cheeky play here with his purchase of the Bucky.
Toxins going up.
As this is an eco round for the Utes, immediately the Viper's pit is popped, trying to just fight for this round. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Utes also commit the showstopper. Out comes the fake out, Cause spraying, trying to find Aston. Showstopper coming out from the side of Boise State.
Not going to find anybody in Utah. Able to get a pick onto Skies. Flick out of one. Able to get the second out of TP. Skelos is doing a great job there. That Bucky not able to be of use to anyone. And they're going to be rotating out of this one. Oh, Master! I could have swore he saw them last second.
Narrowly. I think he might have, but his knife was already out, and he decided the best play was just to get around that corner. Out comes the Viper's pit from the side of Boise State. It's going to be difficult for the Utes walking in 1 HP with such weak firearms. And the Trailblazer finds nothing.
They don't know where anyone is. For the side of Boise State, everyone's kind of just piled up here. Gotta watch out. Oh, Cause is going to go down, and that along with the Viper's Pit. And a trade out there. Cause FPS is going to be able to get Skeletus. Incendiary goes out. Gun able to try to get one, maybe two. Not quite.
And yeah, that was good by Aston. Did you see what he did there? He throws out the Viper Orb just far enough that there's a little spot where he can stand. And the round came down to the millisecond.
I'm sorry, what? That is... I don't think I've ever seen that. 0.01.
That is the closest you can get on a Valorant round.
They almost delayed that perfectly.
It really just came down to, like, if Daimyo threw his Incendiary a millisecond later, that is a
it's
bad
delayed.
feeling. Yeah.
That
is actually wild.
That's wild to think about. I think my brain's already hurting from that. I have a headache. On to round 8 here. Utah looking for the equalizer, and Boise State trying to keep this lead going. They need to try to get something going. They want to keep this lead going, especially since they have their number on defense so far. Superman able to get a quick pick out of Skies.
Masters looking to find this trade. Any chip damage you can get is nice. But it looks like Superman's just not giving it to him, and now Master's running low on bullets.
See Kaz, he's just watching here out of showers. He hears the drone, so he's going to tuck away, try to keep himself hidden. That orb is going to go up from Viper. That's going to delay everyone from pushing. Master still trying to get a pick, forcing out the showstopper, and it's going to TP out and stay safe. Great waste of an ult. Able to get a pick, but he gets hit for the Trailblazer.
Nice shot, and he tucks away.
Flash is coming out, trades as well. Skelis is able to support him there. Dimensional Drift is going to be popped to try to get the last bit of information here on site. They know where everyone is. Smokes are going to go down. They're going to go really quick on this site.
The Dimensional Drift narrowly missed Kaz FPS. Skelis is finding the trade, and now he's left in the 1 versus 2.
One enemy remaining.
That's one pick. All that's left.
Ooh, just barely misses that flick shot. And yeah, it looks like the Dimensional Drift had found everything, but Kaz FPS narrowly escaped by. And of course, Master filling in the blanks probably didn't think that the Utes were playing a 4-stacked site.
But I don't think Boise State should take that loss in vain, because they did bait out quite a bit of util along with that showstopper. That is huge.
The round was played very well.
That eliminates that out of Utah's hands, but now for them all that's left is tour de force. And Skelis is with 1 point away from the annihilation again.
Kaz on this 1v1, Superman making it out. And the annihilation, yeah, like you said, it's coming up. Question comes down to how they use it. They need to re-clear this space between Kaz and Skelesis.
Portal closed.
And they have Master flashing out, looking for a kill. Superman shuts him down.
This guy's in a tough position here, kind of caught in the corner, going to try to satchel away, but not fast enough. Skelis has to run away really quickly. Kaz, it's going to get picked out.
Skelesis versus Superman. He's able to find that kill. Very nice. Shut him down. Out comes the drone. Immediately getting broken. Aston in such a precarious situation.
But we see
Daimyo might
he
be
has,
aware.
He has sight all to himself. He's able to smoke it off, and that should leave plenty of time for Skelesis to clear that, and he can probably use his Annihilation to clear CT.
Yeah, or they're going to use the Annihilation to stall the plant out alongside
Smoke's down.
the Tejo salvo. It's just so much stall. He has the Annihilation. He's
There it
clearing
is.
out CT.
Last player standing.
Forces him out, able to get at least one. That leaves Skelesis in an awkward situation.
Salvo stalling the bomb long enough for him to try and open up this round a little bit. With 2 people holding, there's not much that can be done.
One's got to hold, one's got to play this corner.
Skelis is trying to find the headshot on the diffuser, but just taken out so quickly. It came down to if they were able to get those kills coming out of CT there.
Who trained you?
Skelesis and
30 seconds
Daimyo
left.
bringing back that round from what was a 2v5 almost.
I like the idea there. I like the Annihilation. It forces them out into Daimyo's face. He is able to get one, but not quite the second. But now we have to look towards this round 10. Potential equalizer for Boise State, trying to get as close as they can to equal before half.
Daimyo spraying, letting Skies walk up close. Boise State really just looking to try and get any utility out, grabbing all the space that's given to them for free by the Utes. But when you get free space, it feels like you're walking into a trap, so it's understandable that the Broncos are playing this so slow. They're regrouping after getting that shower player up, Master in such a good location. Drone coming out, fake out, flash. The kill is not found. Skies double satcheling, and he finds
Into the
Kaz
smoke!
FPS. And now that lamp player is in such a bad position. Daimyo able to take out on stage. D11 and Aston both on CT, trying to retake with that Trailblazer. It shows that nobody's close. Daimyo's ready for anything except Aston's just spraying him. He was not ready for that.
Love the plays here. You know Superman's flank, so you got Kaz watching that. Just gotta wait for him to peek out. Oh, might be a fight right there. Skelis is still watching showers. Able to get Aston. D11 getting his skies, and there's Superman with the flank. Pushing out. Skaz right behind them though. Should be able to get the kill, and there it is! A team ace is gonna come out, and Boise State is gonna tie up this game.
Every player getting their one there. That's what you love to see. And what was kind of gross there, did you see him just stand in the snake bite, ready to one-tap him? Doesn't care about the utility at all.
He's like, I can tough this out.
Yeah.
I've got this. I'm better.
I believe the snake bite on its own does 148 damage. So you can just stand there and tank the entire thing if you choose to.
I think he was able to stand on the edge of it, and it didn't even break his shield. I think he was like barely left in anything on his shield, and still like 60-something health for his own, and still able to get the pick onto Aston.
Absolute psychopath play, though. Superman satcheling out with that flash. Such a fast play. And Skelis gets caught off guard. The Utes have a lot of ultimates right now. Boise State could be looking just to get that those ults out instead of winning the round. Skies seeing the 11 marking him.
One out of TP. Superman is going to go down to Daimyo, but that's still only one pick for out of Utah. It is still a 3v4 situation. Spike now picked up from Boise State, looking to attack B site here. Gotta realize there's probably going to be one in hookah. Aston just holding it down with that classic.
Daimyo needs to stay alive. He needs to make sure that Aston... He finds him in his smoke menu. Aston now has a gun. It's so much harder. He's able to take out Master. It's all down to Kaz. And he's just not able to clutch out this 1v4 with them knowing where he is.
Last round before the switch.
It's so likely that the Utes just pop the Viper ult on one of the two sites and try and just shut down that area of the map, leading to Boise State to be forced into an unfavorable position.
Because if they do Viper Pit on one side, then you're forced into an orbital strike on the other.
Yeah.
And with Sky's Seekers, you could also identify where anyone is going to be.
It really just... It leads to such a rough position. Boise State needs to just honestly find a random cheese kill. And Superman was about to give that to them. Showstopper comes out, immediately taking Master out the second he gate crashes. Daimyo in his smoke menu, looking to pop stuff, but it might have been the orbital strike that he had in hand. Sky satcheling in, not knowing about Superman on the close right angle. There's that orbital strike you were talking about.
Double orbital strike actually coming out from both sides. None of them finding anyone. Still unfavorable situation. Viper Spit is going to come out onto this A site. And on stage, able to get Skelis. Daimyo, the last to stand, but so many players pushing up out of showers. This could be dangerous.
Just the Sheriff in hand. He wants to recover that rifle Skelis has had. But is he going to be able to find it walking into a Viper Pit? Jump scouted. His location is known. Where is it?
Doesn't see him?
He got a little ambitious on the jump scouts, and Daimyo was able to get his knife kill that he always tries to go for in all of these games. What a cheeky kill there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how he didn't see him. He was jump scouting around and
jumping twice. I'm sure that would have covered most of those angles, but just didn't quite see him there, tucked on the corner. Still not quite going to be the case. Utah leading 7-5 here. Boise State trailing, but now Utah on offense, their least favored side.
Yeah, they're known to be a little bit worse here on the offense. Boise State, of course, loving the bind map, knowing how to play both sides quite well. 7-5 is, you're literally just one pistol round win away from tying up the game. So it's not exactly like that big of a lead despite being 2 rounds.
Also, double stacking Hookah. Quick flash is going to come out, and contact is going to be happening quick there. Skeletons with 1, Aston with 2.
A collateral.
And Skies is going to be able to equalize that one. 3v3 now with a lot of information gained, and looks like they're going to recover off of this one. Kind of leaning towards A site here.
Yeah, Utah's just walking up, ready, taking that space, planting the bomb. Boise State's rotating over. Master
Planted.
patiently waiting for his team as the round plays out. Daimyo and Skies careful as they reclear all of this space. And with the frenzy in hand, it seems like Daimyo's gonna have to retake lamps kind of on his own.
Nate is going to be finding one on Kaz. Daimyo tries to run in and get 1 or 2, but it's not going to happen. Tap, flash, the flick! He gets 1. Now he's just trying to find the other. Doesn't know where he is. He hears the foot stomps.
That was disgusting.
Not going to be enough.
Like, we all saw that shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was nasty. Master just dodging the flash, immediately one-tapping. If only he had a little bit more time to play with, that round could have played out so differently.
Absolutely could have. Now on a light by, Skies with a Bucky in hand, trying to play something cheeky here. You can already see him posted up in lamps. But Utah and guns, this could be dangerous.
Playing a bit of a default here. Despite having the weapon advantage, Utah realizing that maybe they should consolidate, as they don't want to give away their Spectres.
Good dodge of the Trailblazer, and now Sky still has full capability of holding this down. Shot's gonna go out, gonna turn on the 1. Austin low, gets right-clicked. Now the Bucky into the hands of Daimyo. Not able to get a second on stage, picking that one off, and now a 3v4 situation here.
That Sky heal is gonna get rid of all of that damage. Master looking for a fight. The shots just don't quite connect, and it goes the way of Kaz FPS.
Will that reach them? Doesn't even matter. Oh, what a kill from Kaz onto on stage with the classic. Able to almost get a second. Skelesis, though, getting the sheriff kill. Looking for a second. Has to watch his left here. Superman pushing up.
Team Ace.
And when you lose pistol like that, you kind of expect to lose the next round. So getting 3 kills on the enemy team, some people just consider that a win in and of itself. The economy's broken down enough that it gives them a chance to bring all 5 of their rifles into the next round. Unfortunately, the Utes do have 2 rifles of their own, which is just the way that they've been buying. Been seeing them buy a lot more rifles than you usually would.
On stage, only with a frenzy. Nope. Nice. Looks like he might stick with the frenzy. It's going to be an interesting choice here for their attack. Looks like a full push out of A main is going to be really quick onto this one. Smoke's going down quick out of Daimyo. Superman getting a pick onto Skies, and it's going to be out of showers here. Pick onto 1. Daimyo with 2! And now Skelesis and Kaz have to rotate to try to help him out. It's Master with 1. You know the last one's in the smoke. Just right-clicking, trying to get the damage. And Master able to spray this one down with minimal fatalities, and the 3K out of Master. Boise State are going to get a 6th round.
A full house from Daimyo and Master.
Spike down A.
And right here, I mean, just look at this. He sprays, he realizes, oh, he's kind of seeing me because I'm spraying, and then just decides to hop around and not die.
He hopped out of the smoke there, but Master was holding showers, so he knew he was there, so all he had to do was hold the opposite angle of that one. Easy pick out of them. Daimyo now 15 and 11 on this map. Skelesis right behind him, 13 and 11. Looking to bring this one back now within 3 rounds.
Boise State walking up shower, taking that space early. posting up Garden. They're playing retake on both sides, and Utah is executing B.
Gets
What
the track onto
tracking?
Superman. Oh my. Huge pick. Quick here on stage is going to get Skelesis.
That leads to Boise State being in a bit of a rough situation, trying to retake all from CT.
Nice picks out of them. Aston able to get Master. But still, all that's left, they know where they are. They know their flowers. Cause has to play this out, and Daimyo is the better shot.
What
Another
a shot
3K.
from Daimyo. And now, Orbital Strike is online, kind of nullifying that Viper's Pit that the Utes have just built up.
I love that push out of that smoke. I mean, you have the raise util to kind of lead yourselves out, and you look left and right. You cover both your angles, you check your corners, and you get your picks just like a team should. And Boise State doing what they are born to do, bringing this one back within 2 rounds, looking to carry this momentum, and now Utah on a very light buy, forced to all buy Sheriffs.
Here's that Viper Orb we've been seeing every single round. Such a strong one. And noise is being made towards A. Boise State noting this. Paint shells come out, stalling the push just long enough for Master to be able to rotate over. And the Utes are getting cold feet as they realize they're taking too long on this push. Out comes the Viper's Orb.
Still waiting. Utah kind of slowed this down. They're going to re-hit B. Try to go through hookah, but Kaz with a devious angle onto this one from the top of tube. And to at least get one, maybe some info. They saw the barrel of a gun, so they know that someone's there.
Pre-fire just doesn't quite connect. Sky's on the teleporter alongside Master. Master giving so much information. Sky's knows exactly what he needs to do.
A dimensional drift is huge, but Kaz FPS able to get a pick, but opposite site isn't going to do much except for open up the rest of the site. 4v4 situation here. Boise State, their retake has to be impeccable.
Oz walking up into heaven. It's not smoked, so it means he can see all of the site. Pre-firing every angle, ready. On stage. Taken out
Great
through the
bang.
box. The Broncos know that the Utes love.
And Sky's going to win that one.
Out comes the paint shells. They know they
Able to
love
get
the
one. That's going to be a lot of damage. Up 2K!
Double kill!
He gets it with the nade!
That is the unbottled play of the game.
Has to be.
That was your unbottled play of the game, presented by local dairy farm families. Perform, refuel, recover, repeat. Visit unbottled.com to learn more.
I don't think I've ever seen a better use of paint shells in my time.
Yeah, getting 2. Back when the game came out, you could just keep doing that because you had 2 paint shells and then they would refresh. So you could just kill everybody. They only kept it in there for like a week because it was kind of broken.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh, but just the last second, that paint shell, that was huge to get that round, and that brings Boise State back to where they need to be, back into the realm of possibility of winning this game. This is what they needed.
Yeah, and you can tell it's what they needed because a timeout was called, which kind of spells, oh, we're getting a little nervous.
Yeah, Utah, they're not sure what they're going to do against this. They've been pushed back a lot here on this attack half, and trying to figure out what their next push is going to be, what their next strategy could be.
Yeah, they're getting shut down, and the op hasn't even come out yet, and that's usually when things start to get nasty on the defending side from Boise State. We're back here on bind again, and it looks like the Utes have called for some sort of B push with a Chamber Lurk as well.
Chamber Lurk, Tour de Force active, might be using that to try to clear out a couple of picks from A main.
Right here.
Isn't going to use it immediately. Might be waiting. Superman, quick with his double satchels, is going to be able to get one. Great stuff out of Kaz.
And Skelis is just spraying the smoke, looking to see if he can get any poke damage on stage noted. And the Heiho drone might be coming out soon.
Pulling this down. We can see 2 in hookah. Skellis is able to get on stage. Great pick out of him. Just playing that one out very slowly. Not able to make an effective push here. Have to figure something out here soon. Down to a minute left.
They need to get 2 kills and then plant the bomb in the next minute, which is not exactly easy. Boise State playing a high-low on elbow, as well as a crossfire. That is a disgusting angle to try and peek. But they don't know that someone could be lurking up land. Skies!
Oh. TPs are going to come out, but Daimyo already ready.
I've got your trail.
Seeker's going to come out. They're going to know. That one's going to get...
Molly.
One's going to get rid of one. Now Daimyo just has to hold this out. Baits out
Staying
the flash.
alive is all he needs to do here. And he finds
Great
the kill.
pick
That's
and
the bomb.
Spike.
Down A.
All they have
now-
to do is hold, get the picks on the Spike, and no time, realistically, for Utah to get
Not
this.
at all.
All that has to do is drop the lone board 4, and regardless if they get the Spike or the kills, or regardless, that is going to be a Boise State round to win, tied up 9-9. They're creeping their way back. 4 rounds to go.
It's looking exactly how we thought. Boise State is better here on the defending half against the Utes. And now the economy is just in a rough spot for the Utes. There's not much that Utah State can really do. They need to maybe expend some ults to try and get their economy back in swing. Boise State, I don't think, is going to let that happen so easily. Out comes the two-a-day force. And of course, the Broncos are wise to not swing any of these long angles.
Getting some damage down.
Superman and Skies having the battle of explosives here on a short. But they're both aware. And the round goes back to how it was at the start. Nothing has really happened so far other than some util from the defenders being taken out, which is exactly what the Utes want. Snakebite comes in tandem with the Trailblazer, allowing it to walk up and get some information. Daimyo. Oh, what? Cause with a quick scope.
Jeez. Oh, but a quick pick onto Skies is going to be able to trade that one back and even things up. Skellis, though, is really low, 5 HP.
Looking for any sort of pick before they go in. The Utes, their time is running
30
low.
seconds left.
This is a good thing for Boise State.
I like this hold out of Skies. This could be good. There's going to be one, and Spike looking to try to get 2 on stage with the
Showstopper's
Showstopper.
popped.
Not quite going to happen.
Yeah, that little hesitation from Skies cost him his life there. Teleport comes through. Aston needs to kill both. If Onstage dies, the round is over.
Spike down B. One enemy
Spike is
remaining.
down, and a 2K out of Cause is going to be able to secure this. Easy for them. The only one left on Utah's side is stuck on the other side of the map. That is going to be a Boise State round 19 win.
And now we're going into another rifle round. Such important kills here from Cause. Getting that's literally, the round is over once he finds that kill.
One enemy remaining.
And of course he just gets another, because why not?
Because why not? On the other side of that, Aston was really low in that exchange, so regardless if he gets a headshot or a body, he's probably going to die there. So it's a pretty favorable position for Boise State now, taking the lead back. Looking to continue this. They're on a streak. You can see the Trailblazer quick out of that. Showstopper comes out, able to trade up before it can even land.
Spike down B.
Smoke's down.
Spike down. They know one's in hookah. On stage, still there, getting picks.
Bit of a monster here in hookah.
Satchel out.
Skies hitting the satchel, giving him movement and accuracy as he swings.
There's the swing. And there it is. Cause with the last man standing is going to secure that one. Boise State going for 11-9.
And that's Cause and Skies for a full house. 3 and 2 kills each. Able to hold down that site quite nicely. That flick shot onto the satcheling raise, we've seen that twice now.
Just the tracking is immaculate out of these players. They know what they're doing. And the best thing is like being able to deny the showstopper with no
repercussions.
No repercussions and no value out of it as well for the side of Utah. They're not able to get anything out of that, and at that point it's just a wasted ult. But for them, they still have... Actually, it's even on both sides of the pitch here with both ultimates being the same.
Oh, that
Superman
can
getting
cause...
hit again. Oh, Skelicys with the spray transfer.
Able to find two. Boise State has won the round before it even started.
All they have to worry about now is Pit.
And the Viper Walls come down. As long as the Utes don't get control of a site, it seems like it's a free round. Just stay alive, play our numbers. And that's exactly what they're doing. Cause FPS looking for any sort of pick, but he just can't find it. And Hookah, the 11 knife out, Skies with the easy headshot. And Aston, such a precarious angle. You would just never expect him there.
Aston's the last one alive here, grab Spike, but that might be all that he can do. He's kind of fighting for his life here. If he can get to the TP through his wall, he might have something to do here. But that's probably going to be it if he can do that.
Skelicys just holding this angle. Aston's just nothing that can be done. Kaz and Skelicys on the high-low, playing together.
Match point.
Just winning that round. Really, before it even started, that concuss was disgusting, frankly.
It's good timing. That's the second time I've seen now that where that concuss comes out and Superman gets killed so fast after their double satchel through the smoke.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do because there's a snake bite in an orb right behind it. So you try to walk in and you just get evaporated by utility.
Yeah, and that's the kind of utility use that we want to see out of Boise State. That's not wasted for the side of Utah for them to make a push.
There it is, that same set play. Skies in such a disgusting angle.
Look at
Finding
two,
two.
and that spike!
Showstopper comes out, able to zone off anybody who's there. Skies just dumping everything, making sure that the Utes have no chance of recovering this spike. And the space has been taken, him and Master out. And now, Boise State, they have control of the round here. Pop a Viper's Pit down, and things are looking pretty wrapped up.
This is looking really good, but you can see Utah, they're starting to make a push towards Spike. They got to make sure that they're watching that main. You can see Skies, he is doing so. As soon as they swing, might be able to get one, but a lot of damage onto the other. Master just trying to play out of the smoke. No util to his name.
As the timer runs down, it gets harder for the Utes because remember, we have those Teo salvos and we have the Annihilation. That's enough to stall the bomb tap twice, which adds another 10 seconds to what Utah needs normally. So once this clock hits 14, it's going to be impossible for them to plant.
Absolutely. Oh, but a spray out of Daimyo is going to be able to get one. Viper's Pit's going to come out, but Annihilation still at the hands of Boise State. Able to try to get this one out. Salvos do come out. Able to knock some damage onto Onstage, and that one's going to knock down Aston. 1v3 situation. Boise State surely looking to finish this one out. Aston able to spray down Daimyo. Looking to run it down to Skelicys, and it's a 1v1 situation. Through the Viper's Pit. The shorty is going to land!
And he narrowly avoided his own snake bite. He almost died to his own utility there. But perfect movement.
Defenders win.
Gotta say, when you're good, you're good. Boise State able to win that one 13-9. No overtime here, but we are going to be able to guarantee that third game of Corrode here shortly.
Yeah, and the Corrode, we were doing our own little scouting report, and we noted that the Utes aren't exactly the strongest on that map.
Not quite, but the other thing is that we don't really have that much information in general. It's such a new map. There's a lot of things that could go right or wrong for either side, and there's a lot of probabilities that we don't really know. We don't even know what kind of comps we could expect.
Yeah, usually it's just kind of a comp that can take mid-space. Such a vague idea that it's kind of like it could be anything.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think after that amazing performance out of the Boise State Broncos, we got to take just another quick break. We're going to be looking towards Game 3 here on Corrode. But once again, don't go anywhere. We are going to be right back with Game 3 of this best of 3 against the University of Utah, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, oh my.
It's the end of a good day's work in Idaho. Time to punch out. Time to check in and catch up. Time to remind ourselves that what we work for isn't a paycheck. It's to make the good things we have even better. So here's to your good day's work. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe money is a thing. It's not everything.
Let me show you what I got.
With the Dairy West Fueling Station, we really wanted to create a place that our players could come and be fueled and hydrated in a healthy way, fuel their minds, fuel their bodies so they can compete at the highest level. Dairy West has really allowed us to do that, and we're excited to see what this space turns into. This is only phase 1. There's many iterations to come. It's truly unique in college esports, and we're excited to see how that continues to evolve. We're really thankful for Dairy West's support and look forward to continue working with them.
Let me show you what I got.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. Is finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
Last player standing.
That was clean.
Spike planted.
Killed.
enemy
Anyone
remaining.
else?
Seconds left. Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Beacon here.
Last player standing.
Prepare for hellfire.
Spike down A.
Welcome back to this nail biter of a series we have here at the Boise State Esports Arena. It is Boise State versus the University of Utah. We are now approaching map 3 here, and this is kind of unprecedented here in the PEC for Valorant. Going undefeated, not dropping a single map. Now coming into today, drops map 1 in overtime, 14-12. Gets map 2, 13-9, a little closer than expected. But now, going into map 3, something they haven't had to face all season this far. Now we got to think what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's kind of scary to see because, like, it was a 9-13, which kind of isn't like it's not like the closest thing ever. But the rounds, like we're coming down to, we have 1 millisecond left on the defuse.
Yes,
and
that
lose
was
the
insane.
round. Cause 1 HP, other guy 1 HP, both jumping, shorties in hand. Like it's been coming down to the wire on a lot of these rounds, and we're going into Corrode, which is kind of a bit of another unknown, right?
It is.
And it's something that's scary because if they lose this map, they lose the series, and that would be the first time we've seen Boise State lose this is the first time we've seen them lose a map this season. So a series that's on the table right now.
It really is. At this point, anything is plausible. I mean, you see your first map loss, the first series loss is still on the table, but for Boise State, this is pretty much looking pace for pace what happened on Monday night where they played Utah State in the Division I tournament where Game 1, loss on Abyss. Game 2, they win on, I believe, Lotus.
Yes,
and
Lotus.
Then Game 3, it's Corrode, and they win. 13-6 is what we've been told. So to see this come the way it has, realistically, record-wise and by our knowledge, we should have the advantage on this. And it looks like Utah is going to be starting on defense again, their favored side. But regardless, I think with this kind of map still new in the play pool, it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to be played out.
Yeah, and something that I'm noticing, I think everybody might be noticing it, is that they've been picking Chamber every single game, and Chamber is like not, he's
all right.
He's not like best in slot. He's like kind of like a B or C tier agent.
Yeah, especially in the realm of Sentinels. I feel like there's a lot of other picks that you could be using.
Like a Vise, that's always such a strong pick. Or Cypher.
Vise is good. Cypher's been pretty good. It's just that there's a lot of other things that you could be doing here, but I think credit to him. KawsFS has been doing really good on that Chamber. He's been getting a lot of good picks. That Tour de Force, he's been getting a really good value out of that as well. So I'm curious to see what he's going to be doing here. I'm assuming to see a lot of him in the mid.
Yeah, the mid is just it makes a lot of sense on this map because if you take mid control, you kind of just win the round. Is what I've been seeing a lot because like once you have control of mid, the rotate for the defenders goes from, oh, we just have to walk through mid. This takes like 2 seconds to walk across the entire map in a circle. Yeah. And that's that difference, it really does show.
I think the other thing to note is that with this map, it is very easy to eliminate mid control with one smoke.
Yeah.
Like compared to Abyss, it takes 2 smokes at least to cover up mid and be able to push up just a little bit. One smoke here in the mid is able to cover so much area and able to allow you to push forward and cover up space, or even try to go towards an opposite site. So like if you're mid, you could push towards A pretty easily, or if you smoke heaven to right where D11 is, you could push towards B. Like there's so many opportunities here.
Yeah, and also, just, mid's important when 3 defenders are posted up trying to take the space at the start of the round.
Exactly. You can already see they're pushing up quick. Those smokes immediately come out in mid to try to cover space. Pick's already happening there on the B side. Skelesis is going to go down.
To Aston. And Kaz showing us why maybe Chamber is a good pick. Those headhunter shots, very clean.
On stage, though, lurking! Able to get one with the right click. He's going to be getting picked off. Paranoia's going to come out. And Kaz FPS with a 3K there.
A flawless round.
I feel like Chamber's kind of a cheat code here in the first round. You can just buy his own bullets. You can probably sell a classic and just go knife and buy his utility.
Yeah, you just go with 8. There was a guy who did that. He hit like the highest rank in the game with just the headhunter.
Crazy.
So Champion, if you're good enough at aiming, he is very strong.
Yeah, and that's the one caveat with this player. It's a really skill-based, aim-defined character. Immediate smokes coming out from both sides on the mid. They don't want anybody control, but also quick pushes there on the B side. Trying to get something going here quick. Master just holding down this mid.
Looking to see if any unwise Utes come through. It might be Master who's the one who's unwise.
On stage with a judge there, I believe, is a little scary.
But Skies, look at this angle he's on.
He's gonna get it. Now just has to watch out for the next one to push. Here's the pickup. Has to
snake bite.
Forced out.
And now, Boise State down a player. Down on guns. What are they going to do here? Maybe play off of Master's immaculate space that he's gotten in mid.
EB, he might be able to make a push here. Smokes the mid, which could be very advantageous
30 seconds left.
to them. There's one. Flanks around for 2. That's a lot of damage onto D11, though, and he's going to get flanked out by Master. That is going to be an open site for Boise State. They have to get this plant down now. Utah now racing to get back to the site.
Boise State with the number advantage. And how the firearms are also in their way. It's quite difficult for the Utes to retake here. They have so much space. The Broncos have so much space. There's 3 different angles they have to clear, and they have worse weapons.
See Chamber pushing up here, gonna run right into a Spectre, and he's gonna actually win that fight. One dropping out of Master, dropping out of heaven, able to get the 3K onto that.
And that's a thrifty round. You can see Kaz FPS went headhunter 2 rounds in a row because he thought he would be able to afford the op by the 3rd round and go for an absolute cheese play mid. But now all he can afford is a rifle.
But this is what you want to see out of Boise State. This is the first time out of all 3 games that they've been able to win this classic round, which is huge for them economy-wise. Now able to buy pretty much full rifles and forcing Utah to be low, looking to get this 2-1 advantage.
That was a very crucial round for Boise State to win. Not letting Utah streak away with anything. They're playing the same sort of default. Waiting for the Omen smoke to drop. And Skies with a nice headshot onto D11. The faster reaction speed. Master swears he saw someone walk into Cubby, and he is not taking any chances.
Why would you? You're in a spot where you're going to be playing better, and just like that, you're going to get Kaz FPS out of that one. Flashes come out, and smokes go down as they rush towards this A site.
running into pocket and now elbow. But will they check on stage's location?
Oh, Master able to get that, and Sky's able to TP faster than he can get killed. Down to 46 HP in a 5v2 situation. Plenty of time and all of sight to take.
Yeah, now it's 5 versus 2. The Broncos just stay alive and they win. Kaz swinging out with his team, taking him out. Superman has the better gun here. It's risky to swing him. And Master is aware of that. They count down 3, 2, 1 and swing as 4. The Guardian is a good weapon, but the one flaw is its fire rate. If 4 people swing at the same time, you're only getting 1.
Yeah, especially when you're getting sprayed down by Spectres, it's going to get rough. And already here, we're going to see an Odin not really come out. Never mind, they fooled me.
Yeah,
I thought I was about to see an Odin gameplay.
If there is a map to see the Odin on, it is this one.
It would be, especially on this A site, being the whole thing wall bangable.
Yeah, there's you just throw out the Sova dart, and all of a sudden you have 3 kills.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a cheese strategy, but it only needs to work once. Master trading back the damage, taken low to 67 HP here. And that chip damage is not the best to have.
Portal closed. Decoy.
The fake out's coming.
11's going to try to play this out and play for noise and contact while the rest of the team tries to move towards side.
Guys. And with that opening pick, they can just execute on, but Aston gets a lucky through the smoke headshot wallbang.
He's so low, though.
He's so killable. One shot to the chest. Skies could sneeze on him and he would die.
Do it. Sneeze on him. I want to see this. But regardless, they're just going to hold their angle. They're going to hold their post. And they're going to wait for the rest of the team to get towards sight here. Master, plenty of util, and that Dimensional Drift is going to come out to get the rest of that info that they need. They know where Aston is now, low.
30 seconds left.
He's been
And
saturated.
slow. That could be it. Master able to get that one with the Guardian coming out of Dimensional Drift. And a bang, and a wallbang out of Daimyo is able to get that kill onto on stage, and now sight is theirs. 3v2 situation.
Daimyo hitting the shrouded step to relocate to help Skies out. He's ready to swing off of his contact, but the 11 is already gone. Will they expect Daimyo in this new location? Such a tricky spot. Out comes the recon bolt, and it misses him. Daimyo now has 3 shots.
One, there's 2!
And that round, I'm sad that Zach isn't here to see it because he would be so proud. Yoru, you used to hit the Dimensional Drift, flash out and kill somebody. They kind of got rid of that. So the Broncos have invented a new method. Dimensional Drift, have your waylay, dash on and hit the saturate.
Yep.
And then the Yoru comes out.
It's even better. Like, how smart these players are and how crafty they can get with their plays and their util is so good to see, especially in a situation like this. Series point on the line. They're up 3-1 right now. They want to continue this. They are going to go hard towards this A side. Already getting a pick onto Cause FPS. And realistically, they clear their corners. That's sight.
And now they just have everything. The Utes, like, I don't know what they do here, really. Of course, they're trying to play the map, take the space, flank, play CT, all coming at once, but you're walking into 4 rifles. Skies just needs to live here. Dying would be very bad, and that might be a gun towards the way of the Utes.
It might if they can reach it, but Kaz is going to be able to retake the place of him.
But he's
Gonna
vulnerable.
be looking towards that. He's got to look towards his left. Not able to see Superman. 3v2 situation still favoring Boise State. Skeletons
on the Odin, spraying the angle. Superman swinging.
I love the spray out of that one. And Master with a shorty kill. Putting
3.
Ashton out.
Wow. The Broncos heard that the series was on the line and they had to lock in.
Yeah, let me lock in. Let me lock in. Skeletons, let me buy Odin.
Nightfall on the side of Boise State. If you pop that on A site, that hits everything. Convergent paths as well. You can combine both of them on B. Now you're hitting everything again. It does look like they have a pretty good chance at just taking one of the sites.
They really could, but they're kind of split right now. Spike isn't in anyone's hands. They're going to try to play this out just a little bit, figure out where they want to go. Prowler goes out to B. I think they spotted Viper on the other end. Omen going to try to get some information. Walks right into the face of Cause. But you got to make sure to watch your cubby here.
Pocket player.
Oh, not able to get that one.
And now T11 with the kill. Master just running in, taking the fight. He's unable to win that brawl in mid. Cause stuck in such
Cause has got to watch his
precarious
left.
situation.
Superman
takes him out on the flank. It seemed like the smart thing to do was to play that slow strategy, but the Utes were able to just get into such precarious situations. It might be time for Boise State to just go for that brute force strategy of just run it in with the ults and win the round.
It's what they were doing, and that's what they were getting rounds with. Only wasting one ult on that play. They still have the other two on the line. And
Looks
with
like they're set up for it.
Dimensional Drift also almost online. If he gets an orb, that could be huge.
Both convergent paths come out, but one seems to have gotten a lot more value.
Spike down A.
Oh, the Hunter's Fury.
Oh, good pick from Skies onto Superman. Kind of leveling out the playing field here, but still, there was a lot of BSU members down.
And most notably, their two ultimates have been taken off the board.
Cause
Boise
he's
State
just
walking up.
waiting.
Jump scouting, swinging off the contact. But the kill was just not found. Owl drone marks Skies. And now, as the time slowly ticks down, the Broncos get into a worse and worse situation by the second. They need to wait for that toxin to refill. They're walking up. Wall coming up. Clearing every angle. One slip up could cost them this round, and it's such an important one.
The other part of this is that D11 was able to pick up an Odin, so that could be really deadly if they don't get that out of his hands.
Toxin coming up, isolating this close right angle. So wise to all the locations that the Utes could be. Their time has run out. Kaz is going to have to plant the bomb. The Broncos are going to have to opt for a 3-2 retake, not the most favorable.
A lot of angles to cover here, but I don't know how it's going to work out.
Nice
There's
shot
one!
from Skies.
Has to watch out D11. Now looking for that one. Aston able to get Skies.
That Odin, it could wallbang him out of this angle. Kaz is in such a rough spot. And D11 is able to find the spray and take him out. That was a lot of ultimates used by the University of Utah there. They utilized convergent paths with Hunter's Fury. Such a strong combo, as well as the Viper's Pit, to ensure that Boise State had to push into what they wanted. It seems to me like we have good ults on our hands still. Dimensional Drift and Nightfall, you can use them together. The Yoru can just pop out and you won't even hear them behind you.
No, you really won't, because what you want to do is probably do Dimensional first, get the info, pop the Nightfall, and then you just rush it. Kind of like how BSU has been doing to get those early rounds. They're able to just rush, get rounds, and almost pick Superman, able to get Skies there.
Skellis is able to trade it back. And now, Aimyo just looking for a little bit of a free fire. Walking back towards mid, regrouping as the Broncos try and figure out how to play out this awkward round, missing one of their duelists.
Utah also not having their duelist. They are now down to their controllers and Sentinels. This is going to be interesting. There's the Dimensional Drift coming out.
Face your
Fade. Nightfall coming out. There's plenty of information. That's going to come out. Spraying. Not going to find one. But that's still going to be sight taken. And Utah forced back. Lots of information. Lots of time to flash. Comes out. Able to find one. Not able to find two. D11 able to trade out Master.
One enemy.
And now out comes the shock dart. Skelesis.
Trade and the Skelesis!
Find it! The man of the hour. Always able to get the kills that matter in these rounds.
This is why we were talking about him. He's the one that can go one-on-one with an Odin and still get the 3K to win the round.
Yeah, and not even just one-on-one with an Odin. He's spray transferring. It's a competition of who has the better spray transfer, and he wins it, which is just... That's not how it's supposed to work.
That's not how the game's supposed to be played, but he's still going to play it the way he wants to, and he's still going to get these round wins.
Yes, and now we are going in to what seems like a bit of a B-split setup from the Broncos. Out comes the Prowler, noting that nobody is close.
All goes up. Sky throwing out some testing shots, trying to get a spray onto someone, but Aston's playing low, so he's not going to be able to get hit by any of those. Superman playing Heaven. Oh, and Aston able to wallbang that one. And not a trade, but Aston able to get two. Gets traded out by Daimyo. Now has to look for the Heaven. Watches one fall. Actually gets a lot of damage out. Superman down to really low HP. Boise State, though, looking to try to get a push here.
Daimyo with a bit of a fake teleport, trying to get into the minds of Utah. It seems like it might have worked, as Superman was looking the wrong way, and Daimyo was able to find that kill.
D11 still with that Odin, trying to hold sight, but he's walking away right into the hands of Master. Able to get that one.
But wait, the Broncos didn't grab the bomb. They were playing their default, and they forgot to grab it.
They forgot the bomb.
Back.
Daimyo's like, hold on, let me go grab that real quick.
Losing
I'll be
some
back.
important time. Yeah.
Gotta go quick here.
It's coming down to the wire here as they go to plant.
10 seconds
And one person Heaven.
Should be plenty of time.
But Utah didn't know this. They thought that they were rotating over to A because why would you assume that your opponent left
Didn't have the bomb.
spawn?
That's all right, but nobody out of Heaven, and now they both just have to play off of sound and watch mid. I love Kaz with the Odin here.
Yeah, you can just spray through that little half wall directly onto the bomb, and there's really not much counterplay to this. The tap comes through, and so does the spray.
There's
Snake
the shorty.
bite as well, shorty in hand.
enemy remaining.
There we go.
And the cards fall the way of the Broncos.
I also don't know if I've seen this many shorty kills in a series.
Yeah, no, the shorty has been showing up quite a bit. We were talking about how Utah has a bit of an advantage on defense. And I think what that comes down to is they seem to be better at the spraying battles through smokes. But you kind of lose that advantage on offense because they can just be on so many angles. But Boise State is starting to realize that, not try to go for these spray fights. And Utah is losing that advantage.
Yeah, they're losing these defensive rounds, which they thought so highly of from themselves. And now they're going into this really on the down end. Down 3 rounds, and they're getting hard pushed onto A site here. Superman able to get 1, able to get 2. Casa FPS able to get a trade onto that one. Well, Superman goes down. Still, Boise State trying to fight this one out. 2v4.
Oz and Skelesis are the only 2 Broncos left, and now it's just Kaz left in a 1v4. He finds the first. Unable to get any more, but his ultimate is already charged, and that's all you can really ask for.
It really is, because now all they need to do is they get a site, they pop Viper's pit, and then they can have a pretty free site to play retake on.
Yeah, especially with these worse guns, because they're only really bad because of the range disadvantage. But once you're in the Viper's pit and everybody's one shot, the faster fire rate really is what wins.
It really is. P11, though, hanging on to that Odin could be very dangerous. As Boise State looks to hard push A site.
Just rushing into pocket. The Broncos are already able to get so fast onto site. Master was ahead of the Paranoia. Now, it seems like the Broncos thought they had a bit more space than they did on B. Leading to the space they fought for getting taken away. And Daimyo now has to walk back. It's a 3 versus 5 here. Any sort of kill is really all that the Broncos can ask for. Aston holding this angle so diligently. But we're able to slip by on stage, getting a nice shot onto Daimyo.
Oh, let's get the plants off. A lot of damage onto Aston, actually a kill.
Nice shots from Skelesis. That might be exactly what the Broncos needed, but they can't retrieve that gun. Committing the Viper's pit.
It's going to be really good for them.
Oh,
but the Odin goes down, but that's a pick. Looking to get more out of it.
That was really close, considering everything that happened that round. Like, if Cause FPS didn't hit that headshot through the Viper's pit, the round really could have gone any way. Such nice shots here from Skelesis.
Such a great job. This is what we've been talking about him all day. He's been able to make those game-changer plays, able to do so much for the side of Boise State, able to get one on the Aston and almost gets 2 with his right clicks. He got him really low.
Yeah, getting that kill onto Aston made the round go from completely unwinnable to a decent chance that they won that round. We saw it play out just then. The Haunts are coming out. Waylay dashing in.
That's a great pick. Now they just got to play it out.
Trying to avoid that spam as they've been adapting to it.
You see the Sova drone coming out through mid, not able to get any information out of that, leaning towards maybe a B push. Maybe they're just playing slow, but no, they're going to start rotating through their own spawn to go hit A.
Remember, Boise State has probably the 2 strongest ults in the game for taking a site. Nightfall and Convergent Paths can both just be popped, give you so much space. But they're a little bit ahead of their own Nightfall, and Twitch Cause had a pretty good chance at getting a shot there. Convergent Paths comes out, and he's slowed. He's unable to zoom in. He's dead. And the bomb is planted default.
Smokes are going to come out, potentially picks. Oh, great pick out of Skies with the 3K, getting the Odin out of the way. Daimyo, another one onto Austin on stage. Last one alive for Utah. What's he going to do? 1v4? Is he going to save or is he going to fight?
I think a save would be unwise considering it's the last round of the half. Oh, but Skies picking up 4 that round. Nearly charging up his ult again. It doesn't matter, but it's just interesting that he did.
Regardless, though, great job out of Boise State. They're going to put themselves up a 2-round advantage going into the second half here. All they have to do is play their 2 pistol rounds, potentially looking at the 9 and 5. And then from there, it's just rifle gameplay.
Now, I know you said they need to win the pistols, but throughout this entire series, we haven't seen Boise State win a pistol round.
That is also true.
That's kind of just what happens when Chamber's in the lobby. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe
a quick pick on to Cause FPS can get him out of the game, and then it's just an even fight from there.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't have said it better. Out comes that smoke that we were seeing, but it seems like Utah is more prone to taking mid here. Paranoia comes through.
Super aggressive gameplay here. Superman able to get one, Aston on another. Skelesis falls as Boise State is forced to go back. The Snakebite comes out to try to delay them some time. Hops for the shorty.
Very interesting idea. Considering he's in the smoke, it doesn't seem like the worst. Just looking to see if there's any sort of person willing to walk into his shotgun's range. Oh, nice shot by
Great
Kaz.
picks.
Last player standing.
Last one alive. He knows he has some players close. At this point, he's gonna play his fights.
Jumping smoke to smoke, but he is unable to find the kill that he needed. And now, after that pistol round is won, we're looking to probably see a 7-7 even keel situation. But I mean, the Broncos have shown us that it's possible to win a thrifty round.
Absolutely.
They might show us again.
They showed it earlier. So will they do it again? They're looking to win this Classics 1 out. Aston, once again, grabbing that Vandal and Light Shields. He's looking to be the better man on pitch here. He wants to get those early picks and make sure Boise State doesn't have an opportunity of securing this round.
Oh, comes the Owl Drone, clearing all those close angles. But with the smoke being up, they have time to re-walk in. Superman dashing in. Skelesis barely able to get away there.
A lot of damage, but not enough.
And it seems like the Utes are able to just take that site.
Spike planted.
Daimyo looking to walk in once Master gets here. Just trying to play out this round. Getting any kills is so good for the Broncos. Skies with the early fight here.
Last player standing.
Not gonna happen though.
Master also got taken out just then, and now it's all left to Daimyo.
1v5 ace with the Classic.
It seems like his best bet is to just right-click somebody on the exit and die to the bomb.
But everyone's gonna go out through main, so nothing's gonna happen here. And Boise State are going to have to fight with that 7-7 tie. But they do get rifles now.
Yes. And at the very least, Daimyo dies to the spike, meaning Utah does not get another ult orb.
Not another ult orb, a little bit extra cash for Boise State. They're looking all right. I think that Boise State's defense can still play really well into this. I think that what they can do is really solid, and now that they'll have rifles in their hands, they know what to expect. They've seen Utah. They've seen him push up mid really fast, and they know to expect that, or just a fast push onto a separate site.
Yeah, something that we saw was that fast push mid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Boise State has, like, the character for that. It's Fade. You just throw the Fade Cease into the smoke, and all of a sudden, it's not a fast push. It's 5 dudes half health sitting in a smoke waiting for you to kill them. And that seems like a pretty appealing round.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be the reason why we're seeing the Fade hovering towards mid on the map right there.
Which is honestly a really good decision. And like you were just saying, you throw that, you restrain them all, and now they're really vulnerable to getting killed. And I think that for Boise State, they got to take as many opportunities as they can to try to get those early picks. I think what they need to do, like, they figure out where they are, they hold their post, they try to wait for their teammate to get to them, they try to get picks. I mean, there's so many things that need to happen.
Yeah, it really just play the fundamentals and throw that Fade Seize and take mid control. It's kind of, that's the name of Corrode, is usually what you see is just defenders keep mid, you probably win. So we're gonna see exactly how it plays out, but that's a bit what we're expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Timeout came through, I believe, or this may have been a technical pause.
Might be a technical pause. It's taking a little bit longer than a regular pause, so we will see what's happening on the other end. But as we are waiting for this to come back, I mean, what a time to do it. 7-7, map 3 of this best of 7. I cannot set the precedent anymore. It is what we are expecting out of this. And for Boise State, this is what they have been fighting for.
Yeah, they really want to win this because the undefeated record is on the line right now. And
it really is.
It's getting a little close for comfort. 7-7 is like you're only so far away from losing.
Mm-hmm.
You're also so close to winning though. So we'll see exactly how it happens. Utah walking up, taking that space. Fade Haunt is coming out, noting that mid is being taken. Cause FPS finding that early kill on Disguise, and the aggression is punished. Mid has been taken. But Daimyo just jumps in there, getting 1-for-1. Cease comes out, stopping the push in its tracks, but it's already so far up. Kaz able to find that kill onto Superman. So big. Does he find another? Yes.
He does, and that spike down.
B.
Now they just have to watch their left and rights. Kaz still there for them. Preller goes out, hits one, so they know. And I think they know. They know that Kaz is there. He's really low, though. All they have to do is play the peek.
Both are one shot. It's just who can hit that body shot first.
Oh, but the wall goes up. That's going to help him a lot. Picks up a fresh Vandal. All you have to do is play the time here. 40 seconds and spike down.
This is the exact situation the Broncos want to be in. Just play the crossfire and you win the round.
There it is.
And like you said, it came down to just a fundamental concept at the end there.
Yeah.
It was just two dudes in a crossfire, and they played it perfectly. The Broncos just kind of just waited for the mistake to happen.
Yeah, you don't overextend there. You have spike down. All you have to do is hold those angles that you think he might be coming out of, or that you know in that instance he's going to be coming out of. You know he's shot there, and you know he's there. So might as well just hold that, wait for him to make his push.
Yeah, and we saw that mid push again, but it seems like it might not be as much of a threat. More utility is now being committed. Oh, that dart barely getting away, Skies is. And he finds a nice shot on the Superman.
Great
And,
awareness.
Yeah, the numbers advantage now. It's going to make it really hard for Utah. They're going to try and push, but Master has been known to solo hold this A side on Corrode. So it's not exactly a free sight for the Utes.
Not necessarily, and especially when they don't know where exactly all of them are. Master about to find out. Getting one, getting spiked down. Guardian kill there.
That is exactly the Master I remember.
Oh, not able to win that one. Not able to get any damage out. Oh, no, he did actually damage.
One enemy remaining.
Just a little bit, and that damage is enough for Kaz's Phantom to headshot one shot at that range. A nice shot from Daimyo cleans up the round.
Good stuff out of Daimyo. Is going to be able to put the Broncos up 9-7 now, 4 rounds away from securing this series. This is as tight as it can get. Game 3. We didn't think we'd take it this far, but here we are.
Yeah, and that kill from Master on A site cannot be understated.
Absolutely not.
Trying to retake 3 versus 4 it's a lot more difficult than it is if it's 3-on-2. It's just the way it is. You have less stuff to clear, less utility to worry about, and you have less people to kill in the same amount of time. Even though both are definitely an advantage for the defenders.
Absolutely. Here we go. We're seeing a split play out of Utah here. Recon is going to hit. So there's going to be some information there for the side of Utah, and they're going to make do with getting out of there as quick as possible. Now looking towards mid.
Yeah, that mid space has been taken, which means the Broncos are going to have a real tough time rotating if the Utes choose to fake the site, and it seems like that might have been their strategy. The Broncos are now going to have to play 2 versus 5 on this hit, which is not exactly what you want to see. Master just holding so confidently, ready for someone to walk through his crosshair.
Not quite.
But he notes that 2 people are there. That's enough information to start getting the rotate coming through. Paranoia comes out. Saturate as well.
Be sure to get out of that one. That's going to be a pick on the one. Daimyo with another. Aston going to get Daimyo. 3v3. Even numbers. Kaz, though, sprang through the smoke, able to get another. And that's time.
30 seconds left.
Now remember what we said.
Spike planted.
These Utah players are good at spraying through smokes. And they have a smoke set up right now, so it might be a little dangerous, but Skies just dashes out knowing about this. And now the 1v1, he's seized. He's one shot.
They're just going to play those picks. Have one hold, and the others are going to play. And there's one. Oh, not quite 2. Superman able to swing off of the contact.
And hold that crossfire.
Oh, they were so close right there. I liked the peaks they were holding. But one holding through hallway and the other two holding sight. It wasn't quite happening.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, Skies just wasn't able to find that shot onto Aston, and that it mattered a lot because it was the one thing holding his team from walking into a crossfire there. It's now a bit of an eco round here for Boise State, so they're probably just going to go for a death ball as they walk up. Cause committing that Viper Pit.
Oh, but look at this push out of mid.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
There's one. There's two. There's more. Superman is going to be able to get Master. And the Saturate's going to come out. Not going to be able to get anybody.
So close, and Daimyo finds the headshot.
That's what Boise State needed. That's the push that they were looking for, and that's going to be gun for Skies. Now looking towards the other side. Smoke is down, so that's coverage for them. I just need to hold their crosses. Make sure they can get picks.
Skies in such a precarious situation. Dropping that smoke, and Skelesis just finds the headshot. Daimyo sitting here, waiting.
Spike still hasn't been picked up.
That's true. And with the bomb in the control of Boise State, it makes it so incredibly difficult for Austin.
Such an advantageous smoke for Boise State, so they just have to watch this.
And they're playing a high-low here. Skelesis and Cause.
There it is.
And it pays off. Getting that trade and the thrifty round. The importance of that cannot be understated. Cause throwing that at Viper's Pit, knowing that the Utes were planning on just deathball running it down. It denied their entire strategy. And then the mid flank, Boise State just had a perfect read. And really that, being able to read your opponent like that shows just a lot of skill, I think, from all 5 players here.
Shows a high level of competency with this game, knowing they're going to go hard for at least one side. Let's bank on B. Early Viper's Pit, mid push like you just said, and just like that, it's textbook. They get the win. 3 rounds away from winning this series outright. And Skies with a quick pick onto Austin. Looking to keep it up. They know everyone else is B since they got their pick.
Superman's location is noted, but Molly's still in hand. Master here to protect Cause while his utility is in his hands. And the Nightfall might just have to be committed to retake this site. Skies walking up with his Outlaw. Bit of a precarious situation if he doesn't know. And D11 now has his Sheriff, has the Outlaw. The clock is running down. Boise State only has so long. Daimyo's defusing.
He's just going to hold. Doesn't even matter. They're going to run him down.
And the bomb.
That's a Boise State win.
That is. And now Boise State has won so many rounds in a row that the Utes are calling a timeout.
And rightfully so. They are now down 3 rounds in this final game.
Everything is on the line here.
They need to try to deny Boise State the next 2 rounds and make sure that they don't go into match point at the least.
Yeah, those 4 ultimates can definitely be used to do something. Getting that Viper's Pit down after a plant, probably a free round, but you need to get the plant down is the problem.
That is the problem. Boise State's been doing really good on the defensive pushes and making sure to get those early picks, because what Utah's been doing is they're hard towards one side, potentially one on lurk towards another, but if you get that lurker pick, then it's just a 4v5 on the other side. You get a quick rotate going, and you're holding down sight as strong as you are. You're looking unstoppable.
Yeah, no, it really is difficult to do anything about that, and that's why the ultimates are in the game. Trying to disrupt when you can't beat one of those strategies. Boise State here setting up to maybe use the convergent paths to stall as they try and figure out where the Utes are going to rush. It seems like they've been rushing. Skies has an operator here, but the drone... Wait, did you see that? He wallbanged.
He did. He actually got tagged. I think that might have been all the shield gone. Not quite a pick there. Superman able to get out Skies. Daimyo going to TP out of there, make sure he doesn't get picked off as well. He's going to try to buy time for his team. Waiting to use this Paranoia.
Paranoia hitting Daimyo. He throws one in return.
He's going to buy
Master!
time. Great pick out of Master.
There's that Viper's Pit we were so scared about, but the Dimensional Drift is still up. Just depends on if the Broncos are in a position to use it. They need to get probably 2 kills before they can even think about that Saturate coming out. Superman.
And playing
Unable
those cross
to
picks, I
profit.
like to see it.
Cease coming out. The Utes are able to take that round.
That one, unfortunately, I don't think the Viper's Pit got as much
value
as they were expecting. Yeah, it's just they popped it post-plant, and it was covering the opposite side of the site where Boise State was, and at that point it was just gunfights left and right, and not winning them is what led to an unfortunate round loss. 9-11 here. Boise State still up by 2, looking to get this next one in potential momentum, and still with plenty of money to do so.
Yeah, but that op is now in the hand of Cause FPS. Convergent paths come out.
There's something quick.
Superman didn't get hit by it. He's able to defend the rest of his team. Saturate coming out. Such an aggressive play.
Oh, I know, that was his clone.
Yeah, that was.
I thought Master was just walking straight through him. I didn't think he saw him. Ooh, great picks out of Master though. Trades out. 4v4 situation on stage, able to get Skies and Daimyo out of the way. 2v4 situation now hunkering down on A site.
Seems like the Utes may have found a weak point in the Boise State defense. And I believe Skelesis
Spike planted.
and Cause might just be opting to save their weapons here as to not give away more rounds than they need to.
It makes sense. Save some economy, save some guns for the next round. Regardless, if you lose this one and go 10-11, you can still come back. You can get the next one. You'll put yourselves on the match point. And at that point, you're just fighting for every kill.
Yeah, and also, not dying here is really important, because Skelesis and Cause, if they both die to the Viper, there's a good chance that Austin now gets another Viper's Pit, which is never something that you want to see. Also, another tactic of stalling out a round like this and saving is it gives you another 45 seconds to talk about what the plan is on defense, knowing that you're saving, but the Utes are giving comms. They're trying to stay focused on what's going on in the round. And that's something that you don't really think about.
And there it is. Daimyo, the only one without a rifle. He's going to be going with the Sheriff, no shield. But I don't think that'll change too much here. The rest of the team able to buy out with what was left. Utah still with that op in hand can be deadly.
Oz forced to be a bit of a hero here on the new side. And Daimyo gets rushed real fast.
But he's on a minuscule amount of health.
Yeah, if Daimyo had Light Shield there, he might have lived long enough to get that third shot off.
A lot of damage dealt from that snake bite as well.
Master is looking to spray. Maybe find some value with the Dimensional Drift, but the numbers are telling a different story. Out it comes.
There's Dimensional Drift. Knowledge known.
Here.
Noting 3 players. Cause getting 1 off of that information. Skies another.
2. Op shot wasted. Looking to get another one. It's just spraying down. Master doing a great job. Now they just have to hold that one. Skies getting onto Cause FPS. And now Hunter's Fury coming out. Master, he's going to chase him down.
He canceled the ultimate.
It forced him. And now all they have to do is hold the defuse. That's a head dink. That's a low. And that's going to be a kill out of Master. And halfway on the spike. Should be plenty of time to defuse. Boise State on to match point here in Game 3.
That Dimensional Drift saved the round. It gave information on pretty much every single Utah player.
It did, because it allowed Cause to throw down that snake bite, force out the enemy Viper, brings the pick out of that one. Sky's got another, and it's just one after the other for Boise State. And now they're looking at match point here. Full buy, Sky's with an op in his hand.
And no ultimates really on the board. It's a matter of gunplay here. And we know that the Broncos are quite splendid at that. Saturate coming out, but it misses.
Ooh, I thought he was going to get hit by that one regardless, though. Snakebite to deny. Push into elbow.
Kaz barely getting away with his life.
Spike planted.
Quick push there. Boise State now have to play retake onto this one. You saw how that happened last time, but this time, no dimensional drift at their favor.
Yeah, but also no Hunter's Fury. D11's also poked down from that Odin spray. Sky is getting ready to dash in. Saturate comes out.
Saturate comes through, potentially a push, but a snakebite delays. Picks come out, left and right. Blinded, is going to be dead. 2v2 situation. Lots of space taken. Daimyo, spring through the smoke is going to be one. Oh, but Austin with a 4K.
Able to win that round and keep the Utes going. It's now 11-12. Winning this round allows for overtime for the Utes. For Boise State, it wins the game. This really is probably one of the most stressful rounds for Utah.
For both of these teams.
I believe so. It definitely, in the season that Boise State has played, this is the closest it's gotten.
Absolutely, not even having to be in the situation the entire series or season. Being brought to the third map is unprecedented for them. So now, one round away from either overtime or a series win. It is down to perfection out of both of these teams. Right now, it's been pretty slow here. Both teams hovering in the mid. You already see Skelis is pushed up, waiting for those plays. Already being able to dodge the dart is going to be good out of them. Might be able to get a pick onto Superman. He's going to be the first to push. Paranoia comes out. Now they're going to be able to flank the rest of them. That's going to be
nice
three!
Shot from Daimyo! And now the Utes find them in such a rough position. Boise State prowling. They have all of the mid control, but Daimyo gets caught, unable to use that shrouded step, and another kill goes the way of Utah State.
Able to pick up Spike now. He's going to be looking like a trade, and Skies is going to be the one to do it!
Kill! Insane. Able to just cut off the bleeding at the very end. That was a nail biter.
Oh my, you're telling me. Game one dropped 14-12 in overtime. Brings it back in map 2 on Bind, 13-9. And now, Boise State, your PEC champions here tonight against the University of Utah, winning it out 2-1. I've got to say, that was a masterclass.
Yeah, and I'm not shocked to see the way the scoreboard looks at all. Austin was spamming so well on the smokes, and Master here, as the MVP, he was literally one phantom chest shot away from being from being MVP of the lobby.
Regardless, though, both of these teams played extraordinary. Yes. But only one could come away a winner, and it's Boise State staying undefeated in the PEC.
Now with a 5-0 record.
Now looking towards these last couple of weeks here in the PEC, what do you think is going to happen?
I'm expecting Boise State to probably continue their undefeated record. That's what I would like to see, I guess.
That's a fair assumption. That's what any of us would want to see. So great job to the Broncos tonight. Great job to both sides. And with that, we will be leaving that off. We are going to take a quick break. We'll leave you with our top 5 plays of the game, but stay tuned. We will have an interview shortly after this break. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Let me show you what I got.
With the Dairy West Fueling Station, we really wanted to create a place that our players could come and be fueled and hydrated in a healthy way, fuel their minds, fuel their bodies so they can compete at the highest level. Dairy West has really allowed us to do that, and we're excited to see what this space turns into. This is only phase one. There's many iterations to come. It's truly unique in college esports, and we're excited to see how that continues to evolve. We're really thankful for Dairy West's support and look forward to continue working with them.
Let me show you what I got.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. It's finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
Hey, oh my.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
It's the end of a good day's work in Idaho. Time to punch out. Time to check in and catch up. Time to remind ourselves that what we work for isn't a paycheck. It's to make the good things we have even better. So here's to your good day's work. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe money is a thing. It's not everything.
Welcome everybody back to the Boise State Esports Arena. I have now changed chairs as I am here to interview Skies after that bit of a nail biter of a game. That's kind of the first time in the PEC we've seen it go to map 3. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, honestly, I think we kind of underestimated Utah because we scrimmed them a few weeks ago and we beat them by like 20 rounds, honestly. So coming into this game, we were feeling really confident. They actually played really well on Abyss and Bind as well, but we were able to stick in it and pull it out.
Yeah, I was seeing a lot of creative setups from both teams. Something that I thought was really cool was when you went for that dimensional drift and then you dashed up and threw the with the waylay and then threw the saturate on.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys cooked up, or did you see that?
No, yeah, actually, we got that from T1, which is a team in, or not T1, sorry, DRX, which is a team in APAC. They actually kind of made this comp popular, where they would dash in, throw the saturate, and recall back, and then their teammate would follow them up and kill the guy that slowed. So we kind of VOD reviewed them and got that from him.
Yeah, that seems just really disgusting,
Yeah,
honestly.
it's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, and so I heard about you guys playing in D1 against Utah.
Yeah.
And Coach K told me you guys were VOD reviewing like for a long time after what happened. Can you just tell me like kind of what was going on there?
Yeah, so on Monday we played them for Division 1, and they were having a lot of tech issues. So we were sitting in the server for probably like over an hour before the game even started.
That's bad.
And we were all pretty tilted from that, honestly. And we were also really tired. So that game, we played them on Abyss as well, and we were just like not ourselves. We lost that map because we were just not calming like we should have. But we were able to lock back in on map 3 and then win that series as well.
And speaking of locking in, you were on bind, kind of down, and then you were able to just bring it back. What was going through you guys' heads? Like after that timeout, I saw things were kind of going back to what's expected.
Yeah, exactly. So on bind, we were feeling confident going into the half switch because their comp is really defense-sided. So getting 5 rounds on attack was good for us. Although when they did win pistol, I got a little nervous, but it was 5-9, and then actually Daimyo said that on Monday we were down 5-9 against them as well, and we came back and won. He was like, we've done this before, so we can do it again. And then that kind of all put us back on track, and we were able to win the map.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any other things you want to shout out?
Honestly, I shout out to Utah because they've been grinding. They've been practicing a lot, and they're a lot better than they were when we first played them. And shout out Cost FPS. He's my boy.
Yeah, he seemed pretty good on the chamber as well.
Yeah, he was really good with the headhunter for sure.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it for the interview, unless if you have any other things you want to talk about.
No, I just want to thank everyone for watching, and we're going to continue on being undefeated in PEC, and we're going to win the whole thing. So.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I believe we have the top 5 plays of the game to show you on the replay here. That'll be all. The Broncos know the Utes love.
And Sky's going to win that one.
Out comes the paint shells. They know they love
get one. That's going to be a lot of damage. Up 2K! He gets it! They're going to be trying to get as much information as possible as they try to enter the site.
Out comes the Owl Drone, noting 4. And on stage with a bit of an ambition.
Oh,
Daimyo finding 2.
Skelis is spraying for a second. He doesn't look back. That we want to see out of Boise State that's not wasted for the side of Utah for them to make a push.
There it is, that same set play. Skies, such a disgusting angle.
Looking to get 2, and that spike!
Showstopper comes out, able to zone out, and is already gone. Will they expect Daimyo in this new location? Such a tricky spot. Out comes the recon bolt, and it misses him. Daimyo now has 3 shots.
1, there's 2! See, Skelis is pushed up, waiting for those plays. Already being able to dodge the dart. It's going to be good out of them. Might be able to get a pick onto Superman. He's going to be the first to push. Paranoia comes out. Now they're going to be able to flank the rest of them. That's going to be
nice
3!
shot from Daimyo.